I always get this question. Can you trade like markets like over two, then recover with market like under six, or even odd, or even odd market, or even market, or even you trade differs and recover with the different markets? Yes, it's very much possible. And all these solutions we actually provided them. That is on AI Traders long time ago. That's why you need to watch this video. So you can actually trade over two. The moment you make a loss, you switch to a less risky market but with a better recovery, market like under six. If you hit another loss, instead of recovering with the same under six, you switch to even. Then if you make another loss, you switch to odd. In case you make another loss, you can decide to switch to market again like under six, under seven. Yeah. So all these solutions, all these forms of trading, all these kind of market switching is actually made easier on rightTraders.co.ke. And how do you go about it? It's very simple. For example, we have this robot here that is on Right Traders. We call it that is the 2026 multi-purpose market switcher. So this robot is actually trading over two. The moment you make a loss, it will switch to under six. Recovering with under six market is very easy. But just in case you slip away from under six, what will happen? The robot will switch to even market. In case you switch away, you slip from even market, what do? The robot will switch to odd market. In case the odd market doesn't work out and you have a high stop loss, you can switch to that is something like let's say under six or even under seven. It's very much possible. On AI Traders, you can also be able to hedge, to actually do hedging, but I'll actually tackle that is hedging on a different video. I'll actually show you on how you can actually be able to trade multiple contracts at the same time. But in this case, we just want to trade over two. The moment we make a loss, we recover with that is multiple markets. So make sure you watch this video to the end so that at least you can learn on how you can actually be able to do it. Let's go. At the same time, you'll actually be that is in a position to recover with multiple markets. So how do you go about it? We have this robot, so just click that is select bot, and that is of course we are under the advanced right here. Just click select bot. Then we have this robot called the 2026 multi-purpose. Where is it? Okay, just scroll. This one. That is the 2026 multi-purpose market. This one. You can actually see it. Let me focus the camera. This one, the 2026 multi-purpose market. Just load it like that, and you can actually see the robot is loaded. Here it is, the 2026 multi-purpose market. So this robot is trading over two. In case of a loss, switches to under six. In case of another loss, switches to even. In case of another loss, switches to odd. In case of another loss, switches to under six. Next loss, switches to under seven. So it becomes very easy to actually recover, because here we are actually recovering with different markets. Okay, so I just need to click the global shared. This will actually do my setup. Then I'll click that is stop trading. Set up your consecutive losses. The maximum consecutive losses you can take by default is around 6, because the recovery markets are 6, but the maximum you can take is 5. Okay, then close that. Then target profit and stop loss guard. I'm gonna set this to like how much? Let me just do, okay, let me do 300, because I have an account of about $3,000, so I can do like 300 at a go. Then when it comes to the risk manager, I need to have good risk management. How much do we stake? Let's take, can we stake 50? Let's see. 50 times 2 is 100, 100 times 2 is 200, 200 times 2 is 400. Those are how many losses? We have 50, 100, then we have 200, then we have 400, 800. Okay, so let's take 50. Then we just risk, I don't know, 500, but 50, yeah, 50 is okay. Then if we hit 4 consecutive, I can set this to 4, because I want to risk less than that will actually cost me less than $1,000 in case of a loss. Actually, around something like 700. Okay, so anytime as you trade, you need to take all those consideration. Like you need to determine how much are you risking, how much are you ready to lose. Yeah. Okay, so if you check here, we have market 1, market 2, all the way to market 6. Market 1 is over 2. This one is under 6. This one is even. This one is odd. This is under 6. This one is even. Okay, so it's very simple when it comes to the recovery. I can increase this to 5, but let's just remain as 4. So on this, I'll come on this other side. There's a button that we'll actually use for execution. So we'll just click start. So the robot will start execution with over 2. That's a loss, recovered with under 6. Okay, So let's see if we're gonna hit our target profit. Currently floating at $100 profits. Wow, amazing. You can actually see the speed of execution. Loss on this is over 2, recovered with under 6, loss, recovered with odd. You can actually see how the performance is. And now we are almost hitting our target profit in the next few runs, and that's how we do it. Just check. Wow. 25 trades, 20 wins, and just 5 losses. Just check. There's a place we hit 2 consecutive losses. This one. You can actually see we hit on this loss. This is a loss on over 2. This is a loss on over 2. Then we recover. We made another loss on under 6. Then recovered with even. Very simple. Then we made also another loss on over 2. Then recovered with under 6. You can actually see the recovery gives you every we get the full recovery with under 6, because you can actually see in this case we lost $50. In our next trade the payout was 85.76 USD. That means we had a profit of $5, and that's at the 6 market. Okay, so trading with this robot is very easy. You can actually see we are recovering with multiple markets. The only thing you need to do is make sure you have good risk management. Yeah, risk management is very much important, and anytime as you get into trading, you also need to actually do your calculation so well, so that at least you understand how much you are risking. The moment I set for consecutive losses, in this case, I'm only risking 4 consecutive losses will cost me about almost something like $600, and I had an account of around 3,000, let's say $400. Yeah. So I was ready to lose like something like 600, because first loss is 50, second one is 100, that's 150, the other one is 200, then 400. Yeah, so the whole of all those losses would cost me around less than $700. So you need to understand how much you are risking, and as you get into trading, you need to understand it's a risky business. You can win, you can lose, but we are always positive. We try as much as possible to make sure at least before you leave this market, you leave with some profit. So let me just explain something in details. So the stop trading option, this is how you set up your stop loss. For example, in terms of consecutive losses, you can actually see we set 4. Then target profit and stop loss guard. This is our stop loss, and this is our target profit. Okay, you can use this stop loss, but personally I always prefer to use the stop trading option. I find it way more better to me. That's according to me. Then under the risk manager, this is where you set up your stake. This is where you set up your multi-gain. Of course, in case you want to apply split multi-gain, you can always switch right here. Now we click Apple, then go to the split multi-gain, and you can always apply it. Okay. Then something else, now market 1, if you click market 1, you can actually see this is over 2. Let's close that option. Then let's go to market 2. Under market 2, you can actually see this is under 6. Okay, let's close that. So market 1 is over 2, market 2 is under 6. Then market 3, if you go to market 3, you can actually see we are recovering with odd, even. Then market 4, you can actually see we are recovering with odd. Then market 5 is supposed to be under 6. You can actually see that. Then market 6 is supposed to be under 7. Now this is the last market. The reason why it's actually set to under 7, for those who decide to go for 6 consecutive losses, at least you are sure of you have like almost more than 70% guarantee that you'll make a recovery. So if you go to, that is the mark, you click the market switcher. Of course, okay, let me use this. Okay, it has opened. So if you click the market switcher, you can actually see market switching is enabled on this side. Yeah, so then you can actually see we are using the recovery. So what this means, the robot is trading market 1 by default. In case of a loss, switches to market 2. In case of another loss, switches to market 3. In case of another loss, switches to market 4, like that all the way to market 6. But if you're trading market 1, then you make a loss and switches to market 2, and you recovers, the robot will switch back to 2. In case you recovers with market 3, it switches back to market 1. That will actually help you to actually minimize those losses, because like the robot has always to switch back to the less risky market. And you can actually see we are using the recovery option. So the recovery says that we are trading market 1. In case of a loss, it switches to market 2. And you can always, in case you feel something else that you can also do, in case you feel like for example market 1 is over 2, over 1, this is this is over 2, this is under 6. In case you feel market 3 you don't want to recover with even, you want to recover with something like under 5, just come to market 3 and switch these to under, then prediction switch these to under like that, then prediction digit, come and set your own like 5. Yeah, So you can always make those adjustments. That's the only place you need to adjust. So now market 3 will be under 5. In case you want under 4, now this market 4 to recover with something else, like let's say over 4. You just come and click there and set over 4 like that. So you really don't always have to work with what I provide. You can always do the adjustment, customize it the way you want. Just make sure you watch my videos so that at least you can understand on how you can actually be able to use the advanced rate, because with the advanced rate you can actually be able to do so many stuffs, yeah, that you really didn't know. And after you created your own bot, you can just download it, give it a name there, then just save. So when you come to trade next time, you just need to click here, that is upload bot, yeah, then you just select it, then upload, and now we have uploaded the robot that we just created. It's very simple. So that's all we have for today, guys. Goodbye.